YouTube, it's me, Jen, your Pudgy Picker. I have another auction haul for you. This week I was number 68. I believe I got 3, 4, 5 choices. Well, we have choice on table, a lot of paper, a lot of photos. So my total came to $50.31. This is the stack I got. It's funny, sometimes you get something you want, and then sometimes they just kind of group stuff together, and you end up with stuff you're like, okay, I'll find a way to dispose of it. A lot of auction places, you can take what you want. Like if you win a stack of stuff, you could just take what you want and leave the rest. This particular auction house, you cannot do that. But there are usually people milling around that you see every week that are buying stuff, tons of stuff. And when they get to the, okay, $2, $3 the entire table, these are people that are using these items to fill a shop or whatever, have garage sales in the summer. So usually if you find something you don't want, you can find somebody who will take it off your hands. So this week I just grabbed all this. Each week I go, I take my cart so that I can just throw my stuff in and wheel it out. So this is the stack I got. I cannot entirely remember, excuse me, exactly what lot was what. This is a paper lot. This is a picture lot we're going to go through. And then I think I had 3 choice on table. So let's go to it. So the first item I got, it says right here, it's an apple clock. It is made out of wood. I don't think I'm going to pull the entire thing out, but it is very cute. I saw that. I always do really well with clocks. So that clock was with this item, which I don't need. Hey, if any of you guys are interested in this particular item, let me know, and you can just, I don't know how heavy this is. I'll tell you what the shipping is, and then I'll just ship it to you for free. How about that? It is a 100-foot tape measure. This looks like it was, you could have got it at like, what do you call it? Harbor Freight. So it's not that expensive, but it is new in the box that's falling apart. And you just pull this out, and then you can just reel it back in, wind it up. So it's a handy item. I have, you know, tape measures and yardsticks. I don't have to measure anything that's near 100 feet. So yeah, so that came with it. So if you're interested, first comment who is interested in it, just tell me, hey, I want it. And then I will send you and let you, or give me your address. You can private message me, and then I will tell you what the shipping is, and that's all you have to pay for. So that was one lot right there for, let's see, $6 was that lot. These are interesting, but after researching, they're really not worth that much. It is a what'll you have, ornamental 1-shot, 2-shot, and bar jiggers. This is made in Japan. Let me slide it out of here without breaking anything. And it's got the gun shot, big shot, long shot, poor shot, short shot, good shot, shot to hell, and double shot. Excuse my French, I'm just reading what it says. So here's what they look like. These aren't going for that much on eBay. So I don't know. I might just do my research again just to kind of have an idea how much I want to sell these for. Then I'll probably put it on there, or I just might put it in my booth. Somebody would enjoy these. So that wasn't too bad. Ugh. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time to look stuff up. So I really try to make an effort to look things up and make sure that I'm not overspending or overestimating what something's going to cost. Okay, here are the pictures. I'll go through these last. Let me make some room here. I'm truly organized, can you tell? Okay, this is funny. This item I already did the research on. This is a solar-powered lighted address plaque. It is one that you put in your yard, and it has all the letters in there. This is the Post-it notes I put on, and then I put a little star, and then I put how much the item weighs, so that when I'm listing, I know exactly how much to put in. So this is going to sell for $30. I did pay $6 for it, and there's what it looks like. It's got the little solar powered thing on top. It's got the little legs, or you can mount it on the wall. So I was pretty happy to get that. I looked in there, everything, all the letters, everything's still wrapped up. So that will be put on eBay. It is Emerson is the brand. And then here is an old lot of paper, or as we affectionately call it, ephemera. In here, there's just a few items in here. It looks like it is somebody passed away. So it has the information. It's got sympathy cards. That's about all that's in here. Yeah, and then cards that were on the flowers. So look at the date on that, February 1948. I just love looking through these. I'm not sure. These are pretty glued in here, so not sure. I might just sell the thing as it is. It's kind of an interesting looking little book there. I kind of went through this already and just kind of looked, you know, just made sure everything was in a reasonable order here so it would be easier to show you. This is, let's see, from the pages of the National Observer, General Douglas MacArthur, Duty, Honor, and Country. So that's a poster of some sort. That's the only thing about ephemera. It's fun to look through, but it does take a lot of research. And then I kind of will bundle things according to age, or if they're postcards or pictures or whatever. And then they seem to do pretty good that way. There is some, this looks like a blueprint of some sort. Somebody's house or garage. Not sure the date on there. Here's another one. Bay City, Michigan. Sheet 11 of 0. Whatever that means. Let's see a date on there, but I don't know. Somebody might find that interesting. This is paperwork that came with a clock. A Kundo 400-day clock. So, I don't know. Somebody might be interested in the paperwork for that item. Again, research is important. Here's, what is this here? Oh, here's the paperwork, like how it came. So, you know, somebody might find this interesting. It says printed in Germany. So keep those together. This is a booklet that says Brown and Sharp Precision Tools and Gauges. So everything you ever wanted to know. This one is General Model 322 truck crane. A couple copies of that. Here's another crane information. You look at the picture and the graphics on there. Isn't that awesome? Contractor's equipment. Jacks. Here is March 1947. RCA Victor Popular Records. That's pretty cool. Duff Jacks. Steel piling. This looks like for bridges and such. So that's a hardcover book. Virginia, this is a souvenir booklet. There's a little booklet, Fortune-Telling Teacup. Interesting. Wire rope and fitting tackle blocks. Interesting little booklets. All of these envelopes I pulled aside because they were empty, but I think the person was hanging on to them because of the stamps. And then there were some stamps that were torn off of envelopes and packages. So I will probably sell these as a lot. all those. They're like from the late 40s, early 50s. Operating an amateur radio station. My father was an amateur radio person, loved it, grew up around it. So that's kind of cool. Still have all his certificates from him. So this is just from an ARRL, a little booklet giving you information, but you have to have a license. It's not like a CB where you could just pick it up and talk on it. Here's Pueblo Crafts. Just paperback book of some sort. This one has 1955 Reader's Digest. Here's another thing that I found in here. This, I'm thinking back now that I remember organizing this. This must be from a person who collected stamps, because all of these newspaper clippings have this stamp and coin corner where they have different locations that they're having either, you know, some kind of get-together, or they're looking to sell or buy stamps. Yeah, see, it's a stamp thing. So I'm going to kind of go just through these quickly. But it's funny because looking at some of these other pictures on the clippings is so funny. And some of the advertising is really cool. Yeah, see, here's the stamp thing again. Look at this car advertisement. $2,341 for your Oldsmobile 88. Isn't that awesome? So, you know, when you do come across this ephemera, it is just fun to look at the pictures in the clippings. The date on these are 55, most of these. There's some more letters and such. War and Navy Department. Interesting little envelope. Best wishes. There's a postcard. Here's stamps of the United States. Here's another one. Stamps. May 24th, 1947. So I may just group all this together and sell it as an auction estate sale lot. And we'll see how it does. More newspaper clippings. Let's see. I know this might be boring to some of you, but I don't know. I find it cool. It's just looking back and seeing all that stuff. So that is the stamped items. Let me just throw this stuff back in here. Yeah, whenever I get just ephemera, like all of these booklets and stuff, I will, you know, put in one lot probably as well and see who is interested in them. I don't know how big stamp collecting is anymore. I guess I just don't know enough about it. But I'm sure somebody would find it interesting to look through this, or if they do keep old stuff, to maybe finish their collection or something. I don't know. Oh, also I forgot these. These are a bunch of postcards. And there's a picture in there. But the funny thing I saw in here, let me show this to you, was this. All three agree. It is a without attendant elevator. And this is actually a big book of matches. Isn't that cool? So I thought that was pretty awesome. So an advertisement definitely catches your attention. Okay, next we're going to go through the pictures. So I know some of you like when I go through pictures. I do buy them at auctions when I can get my hands on them. I don't always, you know, sometimes people bid them pretty high. So I will show you this one. It's fun when you look at group pictures that you get to like pick somebody out who's like in mid-sneeze, or this, you know, these people, the babies rather be somewhere else. There's a priest there, but it's really cool. And then somebody moved and blurred their face when the camera moved. Neat little car in his uniform. Now this is funny, and I know exactly what this is. Looks like the horse moved. I have a picture of my dad on a horse almost exactly like this, and back in the day somebody would come along with a little pony and maybe even like a cowboy hat or something, and would charge, hey, you know, Mom, you want to put your child on here? I'll take a picture. This is how much it'll cost. I'll send it to you. And that's how they made a living. And I have one almost exactly like this of my dad. And it's funny because in the back of my dad's, there's a window ledge, and there's a rag on the ledge because my dad didn't want to do it. And he was crying. So my grandmother went over and took a rag and mopped his face and then just put the rag up on the windowsill and then sat him up there and took his picture. So it's funny because the story behind it, my dad always told, and how cool that was. So yeah, isn't that awesome? So when I saw that, I immediately knew what that was. Here's one of a little girl. It looks like maybe First Communion. Let's see here. Here's one. Look at the hairdos. Man, that girl's got a lot of hair, doesn't she? Their little nautical sailor outfits. I don't know. People didn't like really write anything on their pictures way back when. It's so funny. You know, when I do look at these old pictures, I do look for what are called post-mortem pictures. If there's a grouping of, or somebody in a picture that is, if you really look at it, you can tell the person is deceased. And they do sell for a lot of money. Back in the day when photography was new, not a lot of people could afford to have their picture taken. And if the person passed away, they would have someone come and take their picture because that would be the only picture they would ever have taken. So they are valuable and they are sad, but they are also very interesting. And I'm not a morbid person, but I do find them fascinating. Here's a married couple. Here is, see, I think that's that scrapbook, this Vincent Wojcik. Yeah, 1948, 78 to 48. Interesting. And this might be Mr. Vincent himself. This is a little memorial book, like you would have people sign in when they come if they're visiting. And, yep, 1948. Ashtabula, Ohio. That's probably about, excuse me, about 40 minutes from me. It's right on the border before you go into Pennsylvania. This is pretty cool, too. I'm wondering if this is worth anything. It's kind of got a velvety cover on it. And then a picture of the couple that were there. And this is from Souvenir from Tropicana. And it's got some awesome pictures in here. Crystal Arch. This is dated in the early 40s. So this might be worth some money as well. So, like I said, it's just a matter of looking that all up. You know what? In fact, I'll put that with the ephemera stuff. There's several wedding ones in here that are just gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at her earrings. So that's very pretty. Here's probably another First Communion. Look at those curls. Awesome. Yeah, it says My First Communion. Wow. I'm such a Sherlock Holmes, aren't I? This is probably another First Communion. So cute. I believe this is another. Oh yeah, this is an older wedding one here. That's sweet. Oh, this is the same bride from the other picture. This is a group shot. Probably the little flower girl that looks half asleep. And three 3 attendants and the groomsmen. And, oh, I think this might be another one of her as well. And her handsome husband. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. It's interesting. It's like the cap she's wearing has a strap on it. Very neat. Now, see, this one actually has some... This is 1933. Victora. Another wedding shot. 30s. Kind of got that Art Deco circle in the back. Yeah, we're getting close to being done. Here's another wedding. Very nice. So pretty. It's just sad to me that I buy these from an auction knowing that the family probably just, I don't know, didn't have any interest in it. This looks more 50s to me. There's the baby in a carriage. Some of these that aren't, you know, covered up in these, you know, in these flaps there, they just get really beat up. She doesn't look so happy, but that's okay. It's probably hard to smile the entire time it takes to get your picture taken back then. Now, see, the ones that have this cover on it are easily kept clean. Oh, look at her wavy hair. That's probably late 20s, early 30s. I have a picture of my grandmother that she was wearing those wavy curls when she was a hairdresser before she was married. I tell you, you know, if you've watched my channel and you've watched all my videos and you've seen me do these videos before, 999 men out of 100 look good, don't look good in a part. This man, there's very few men that look good with a center part. It makes him look like a little kid. But anyway, what is she holding? It just looks like such an unnatural pose. Here's 2 women here. They look like they're sisters, maybe. Here's another wedding photo. And you even got the little bridesmaid and the little ring bearer. Very cute. Here's a lady holding a baby. That's not a postmortem. You can tell by the look on the child's face. This is neat. I like ones that are taken outside or in a different setting rather than just, you know, like a studio shot. Everybody's standing outside next to the house in their Sunday finery with the girls with the big bows in their hair and the guys with the ties in their hats. Very cute. And this one is in a frame. He's in his uniform. I have pictures of my dad when he was in his army uniform. He was drafted to the Korean War many years ago. It looks like we're all maybe drinking some Coca-Cola or something. Oh, there's a cat there. I'm like, what is that boy looking at? This is weird. This is like a plastic card that's got like this little gold fleck background. Never seen one like that before. This is interesting. It's the Alibaba Club, Monte Carlo. Open from noon to midnight. Let's see. Featuring the lovely nudes from Paris. Ooh. Special rates for U.S. Navy. I didn't even notice that. That's so cool. Yeah. I find it amazing that stuff like this lasts this long. That it's still out there, you know? You just think of so much gets torn up and just thrown away and discarded. To find something like that is kind of cool. And then this is a basic field manual, War Department, interior guard duty. I don't know, is there a year on this? This is the last piece that's in the box, by the way. Let's see, 1940. Very cool. I'll put that with the ephemera stuff as well. So I hope you enjoyed this this ephemera auction haul that I got. I'm at like 25 minutes already. It's crazy. I know some of you are interested in this. If you're not, you know, you can just move on to my next, you know, video or my next thrift haul. But I just find this stuff fascinating. I'm going to do my research on what I can, especially on these items, and then get them listed. It is a lengthy process, but I know people love finding this stuff. And if you're looking for it, eBay's the place to find it. This is not Amazon stuff. This isn't, you know, a new iPhone case where everybody's made millions of them and they're worth $1.50 free shipping. This is why I love eBay. This is for the unique things that you can find. So again, I hope you enjoyed this auction haul. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. You can also follow me on Twitter under The Pudgy Picker and also Instagram. And I will see you next time. And until then, happy picking. Bye.